Hi, good evening. This is GS Kumar, LinkedIn marketing consultant and trainer. So today's series is going to be on reasons for business failure, and this podcast series is going to be $1 million Founder podcast series, where we are aimed at ambitious founders. This podcast would provide a guidance on how to scale a startup to $1 million milestone, touching key business streams and market and many other more functions. So today we will be talking the most important topic, which is into market failure or not knowing the product, multiple other things which a startup struggles on a daily basis. So if you are one among the startups who are at the early stage or struggling to find a market for you, this is going to be a useful session for you, wherein you can watch this full video on how the conversation is taking up, and you can also post your questions below. Our YouTube channels is 10 crore club, and we are also in LinkedIn Live, where you can post your comment on that this particular topic on reasons for business failure, especially on the no market. So you can subscribe our channel 10 crore club and post your comments on these areas, clarifications. We can come back on these questions on a later point in time where we'll dive deep into your kind of questions. So now we have the second episode for today, and we're happy to invite Mr. Kashyap Karnala, who's investor, business mentor, building India's first and only HNI mastermind community, 10 Crore Club, and happy to welcome Kashyap Karnala onto the show.
Thank you so much, Kumar. It's so exciting to be part of this. It's really exciting because why we're doing this, guys. Why we're doing the interviews, why we're doing this content every day is to make sure, guys. To make sure that every entrepreneur can build a scalable business and they can also exit in their business, because there is so much investment opportunities happening. It's so much. I mean, it is just that you need to prepare your business. And this series of episodes, I wanted to watch all these episodes that we're creating so that you can take these nuggets of information, make notes, and take action, because that's very important. And if you want to experience the power of building it with the hungry founders, and you can also join our communities. I think right now we're also launching our online mastermind as well. You can also join. Yes. So Kumar, let's start the episode. What is the question?
Yeah. So that was great context because the most important element for a startup is to understand the market, whether for my product and my service, whether there is a market is not. That is the main mandatory element which we have to research ourselves, which is not happening most of the time. We come with our own expertise, experience, and create a product, but struggle to find team or getting investors or multiple other things. So there are multiple reasons for failures, but one major element is no market. So can you start with any areas where this startup has to be very keen on the question there why there is no market for a particular product?
Yeah, got it. So I think let us understand the meaning of no market. I think because all of us are products of school system. Because I keep talking about school system because most of our fundamental challenges have their origins from our school system. Now, what happens in our school system is you might be a BE, you might be an engineer or a BCom or whatever. What happens is you finish your degree and then you come to a job market, and then you try to look for a job. And Kumar is an expert of helping people find the right job through LinkedIn proper search and preparing yourself. So if you are what you have studied and what market is seeking, if there is no match, then you're going to struggle financially. So our first ever struggle started from our school system. And also with that mindset, when founders start getting into that preparation zone, because there is a bad habit that they have created, that okay, let me prepare, let me keep preparing myself, let me keep creating, because going to the market means pain. So they tend to stay back in the preparation zone, and therefore a lot of founders, after they lose a job, they also go back to MBA, so that they think that they need to prepare more, avoiding the pain of going to the market. So that is the context of market, because market is the boss. Market will pay you if you add something it wants. If someone wants water, if you give them water, they will give you money back. If they're asking for water, and if you're trying to like sell an ice cream at 20-30 rupees, there is obviously there is no market for it, and nobody will pay for it as well, because you need to give what market wants, correct? So that's what is about the market part. So what else? What
Yeah,
else?
that brings to me two key elements of it. One will be the preparation element, like how we have done in schools and colleges, where we aim at our particular job or other things. And second thing is the need. When market has some need, only we can supply. Otherwise, we
Mhm.
cannot create a product and start looking for customers, because the most crucial element, as far as India is considered, it's a very sensitive market. So understanding consumer behavior, customer buying pattern is also makes a very crucial role. So do you think, like, the startups especially, they don't understand the need and just starting without any preparation that way?
Yeah, see, there is so much, as I said, there is so much of time taken up by the startups. There are so many incubation centers, right? What is an incubation center? We will help you to prepare. They're actually singing the song what a startup wants to hear, but the real market is in the taking action. But it is like chicken and egg. I understand that, hey, there is a preparation zone. You need to work on the product. Yes, there are some product companies which are into manufacturing a certain product, and then there is a prototype stage, and then they need to take it to the market. I agree, I understand that part as well. So I might completely sound ridiculous when I say he just need to go to the market first. But even then, I would say this: even if you're a product company, what really matters is you first of all getting into the market as soon as possible, and then you build a product behind the scenes. It doesn't it is stupid actually if you do the other way. So the point is, I think in the previous episode we spoke about creating a community around the product first of all, right? So if you
True,
have
true.
if you are create if you know who is your target audience, if you create a community first. Community means you're doing a lot of things apart from your product. It is not about your product. For example, we work with a kitchen equipment manufacturing company, and they sponsored our food mastermind. So the food mastermind is a community of founders who are all running restaurants, QSR, cloud kitchen. This is a community of people. Now the context of this community is not about the product at all. The
Hmm.
context is itself, the reason for the community itself is to help these food entrepreneurs do better in their business, grow money, get them networking, get them the mentoring. That is the context of the whole community.
Hmm.
Now, once this community is warmed up, then you can position your product as one of the vehicles of growth, and that is the right way, right? So the first step, even if you're a startup, you need to create your own market, and market is all over. As a first step, what you need to do is bring that market from Facebook into your own world, Facebook or wherever you're running your ads from. To create, it can be, as I said, it can be a small WhatsApp group as well. You can create a small group of people who might be your future customers. Even as I said, therefore the first step is to be very, very, very clear that who is your target audience. And I know it has been spoken in multiple zones, but I think I need to repeat it again. The step number one is to be be very clear about what kind of founder are you going after. So for our community, for the food mastermind, we are very clear that this is a community of cloud kitchen founders, or we have a community of people doing restaurants, typically solo entrepreneurs doing only one centers. That is very, very clear. It's very clear about who this community is for. Now also, when it comes to the 10 crore club, our community is for people who are growth stage. So we're very clear, and when you're saying it, you need to be very clear about who not this is for. There is a tendency to attract people who are also other people. So
Not
we
belong to
clearly
one.
say who this is not for, because that's very, very important. Because when you work with wrong people, what is going to happen? They're going to drag the whole sales cycle. You need
True.
to remove that, because your team should not waste your time when, for example, certain type of people don't have money, or we don't want to waste our time, and be clear that, hey, this may not be right for you, we may not be the right person for you. So very being clear, crystal clear about who your target audience is, and they may be right now hanging out at a certain place. The idea is to bring them into your own world, build relationships, and especially more true, it is a business to business product or service. It is longer business building. You need to build relationship, correct? Even if it is a B2C product, you need to have a relationship with the customer. The brand building, how is a brand built? built through your actions, the kind of value you're adding, the smallest things that you're doing, the smallest core values you're displaying. For example, we are, as a community at the 10 Crore Club, we are all giving value a lot of people, right? So we're not asking anything from anyone. We say, hey, come to our meetup, I'll give you money, I'll give you referrals. That's tangible for people. So you need to give smallest nuggets of consumable action that they can take when they enter the community. The smallest tangible result they can acquire, so that they can feel happy about you. Everyone is selfish, right? So everyone is coming with the mindset of what's in it for me. So we need to play to that, what is going on in their mind. Hey, you're looking for this, I'll give you exactly that. Come and you can meet these founders. And similarly for your own product, I'm very sure your customers are also trying to go to some place and achieve a certain result for themselves. That result right now may not be you, but even then you must be very clear that I'm going to help you to get there faster. And that also creates opportunities for you to create a new product itself, so that you can actually, because once you see traction, you can create a product. And that's the right way to design a product. Once you see, it's all listening process, right? If you're listening to the market, the customers will keep telling you where is this traction going on, right? Once you find traction, that is when also you can also raise your seed capital as well, because you can show that, hey, this is a community I have who are all actively seeking towards going towards that zone. It might be a CRM that I want to sell to so many people. This is a volume, this is my sales process, this is how I'm onboarding people. So investors will get the clarity that it's okay, if I put my 1 rupee here, it is going to become 10 rupees. So I want to be part of this zone. So therefore, going after traction, creating your own market is your first step towards your own victory. So step number 1 is you can create your own product, your own market. Okay, so and I have another bonus point on this as well, Kumar. Now, a lot of times, founders think that they look at surroundings, they look at previous failures, rejections they had around them, and they are scared to go out. They're scared to go and sell their products. They think that there's nobody else, because I've already spoken to my 4 or 5 people that I've spoken to, and they all said I'm terrible, I'm bad, or my product is bad. There is no future. This is a big shift that this, what I'm saying, is going to make the whole change for you. And it has done a major change for myself as well, because I was struggling with those small thoughts as well. Did you know that 99.9% of people right now don't know you exist in the world of internet?
Correct.
So your struggles are only for you. They don't care about your past at all. So you can start from scratch right now. And there is this 99% of people that you want to reach out to who don't know anything about you, but you can still add value to them. So your past should not stop you when you're creating a market. Rejection is part of life for all of us entrepreneurs. We always don't get everything that we want. Even investors fail, right? They put money into 10 opportunities and 8 of them bomb. It is part of the world. So when you're creating a market, you don't get restricted by what did not work, and keep focusing on being relentless, because if you're very clear about who is my target audience, there will come a time when there is a avalanche of founders running behind you. It's all about connecting the dots, creating that right product, improvising your product based on the feedback you get from the market. It's all about that. So start with market, not with the product, is what I would say.
No, that brings to the idea of creating ICP, ideal customer profile, where we work on a lot of buying behavior, psychology, who is my customer, what is the demographics, all put together. Like we do the job description to hire a candidate. We don't do that description for a client most of the time, including me, where we struggle a lot many times on creating product, making money, and multiplying in a different way, or ending up with wrong strategy, multiple things. This is all is happening because we have not created an ideal customer profile, or they call it like niche. Okay, what is my niche that other people may not understand? Even I might have a wrong clarity about that. So understanding your point of views, the idea which we are aligning to that is, one is create a checklist, preparation, community, and ideal customer profile before even getting into understanding the market. Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster. Is
Yes.
that is the aligning element we are talking about?
Yes, absolutely, Kumar. See, once you have this clarity that who is your ideal customer, it depends on your product. Either you can go on LinkedIn, you're an expert on LinkedIn. There are always people waiting for you. Okay, you must have that mindset that hey, it is like during COVID times, uh, giving vaccine to people, right? That was a big good thing that you're doing. So once you know that your product is going to help a lot of your customers, it becomes your responsibility to go and help. So doesn't make it's no more a sales process, it's a helping process. You're reaching out, talking about it, right? So yes, so I right now, if it is on Facebook, guys, it is so easy to get leads nowadays. It is so damn cheap compared to what's happening in US and other markets, developed markets. It is so low price to acquire customers now. And I'm very sure, right now, to acquire your community right now, it is so easy. If you don't do today, your grandchildren are gonna ask, dad, grandmom, granddad, grandmom, why didn't you do Facebook ads when it was so cheap? Right? So it is your right now. You can do your community right now, guys. We are building community and we're always doing it, right? So it is the future. If you look at anything which is growing, I think we have spoken in the previous episode, Apple and all these people, right? All these big brands have a fan following, right? So you need to have that fan following of customers, your fans, true fans, who can vouch for your brand, and that is when it is going to take off to the next level.
Fine. That gives me one more idea. Like there is one more point of view. Like a lot of business owners might do some misjudging about the market. Is that what's happening? Is it with your experience? You have seen a lot of founders in your community. Is misjudging about the market is happening? What is your
Yes,
sense?
yeah. I mean, see, look at it's not only for small people, right? Even big companies
Mm,
misjudge what should I launch, when should I launch, and they bomb. And it's part of the process. It's just a learning process, correct? So,
mm, mm,
uh, but I met some founder from Chennai, and he had come to the Thai program, and we were just trying to understand, hey, what do you do? And he said, Kashyap, I am developing this product. It's app. It's like you can create communities online. I said, fantastic, sounds good. So it is very similar to WhatsApp. Very similar to WhatsApp. You can do your own communities, groups. You can do chats, etc. So then why would anyone want to do shift from WhatsApp? What is the value addition, right?
mm,
So this founder was so passionate. This is very true for all these techies. Techies, as I said, the
mm,
preparation thing, that bug of preparation that coming from a school programming. He's so fascinated
mm,
about building that. You know what, Kashyap? I love to keep adding features, assuming that there will be a future customer.
mm, mm,
Correct. So if you if you're not going to the market, then you're always safe. You cannot fail, correct? You cannot fail.
right.
And I also asked him, now, if you don't go to the market, how long can you keep developing this product? How many employees do you have? He said, I have 4 developers. So I said, wow, really? So either you must be a really rich person, your father must be a really rich person. So no, I mean, both of them are struggling for money. Then why are you not going to the market? Maybe your
Mm,
product is absolutely terrible. If the product is
mm,
terrible, there can't be market, correct?
mm,
So also the timing of the market is also important, right? You should also know that if you bring in this super futuristic AI,
mm.
launch it right now, it may not be, there might be not, see, right now we see a lot of AI startups right now. If you see, right, AI startups,
True, true.
they're trying to like say, hey, we will make your business more efficient, faster.
Mm,
Right now, Indian companies are at the awareness stage of adaptation of AI. You're
mm,
talking
mm,
about, like, let's say 2 year old, after 2 years time they can do something, correct? So
mm,
your product might be ahead of the time. It is very similar to you launching your iPhone in 2002, when the network was not there, people were not used to using these video calls. People were happy
mm,
with their Nokias
mm, mm,
because their friends were using Nokias. So you need to. There is a timeline also. There is a market also has a maturity, and there is a timeline for a product also. So you don't want to be
mm,
so ahead of the game. A lot of these founders, when coming to pitch with us, they say, hey, there's nobody doing what you're doing. There's a first in the market. Of course, it sounds really really good to say for as I said in the previous episode as well, good for the market's sake to say that we are the first ever. But what is the fun of being the first when there is no one to pay for it?
As long as it is not getting monetized, what is the point, right? No.
Exactly, right? So you need to, I think the process, maybe the next question is, how do we do that? Is by creating a community. I mean, a traditional MBA would tell you that, hey, do your market research, like do surveys, do all those, this technical things they say, right? Do market research, all that. What I would even say, best thing is you bring people together and ask them why they want to come together. If you don't know what, right, you just ask them why would they come together. And as I said, bringing people together will already give you information. For example, not when we would do research, I used to go to these Facebook groups and search for keywords, how, what. So in those groups, which are engaged groups, nowadays engagement is not there in Facebook groups, I would search for questions, the topics they are repeatedly asking in these Facebook groups. So that gave me a hint about what is their burning problem topics, etc. So maybe not right now anymore, because the world has shifted from Facebook groups to something else. Right now, what you can directly do is I can talk to a person like a Kumar, who might be my ideal customer profile, and say, hey, what do you want? Customer, Kumar might say, hey, I'm looking for more clients for my own business. Okay. So then I'll say, okay, then I will go back to my drawing board and see how can I help Kumar get a lot of what he's asking for. And here I'm not talking about my product at all. I'm just want to give him his highest priority in his life to get more customers for himself. That's what I would do only. That's what we do at the 10x Summit. We don't do anything about our membership. We don't talk about anything else. We talk about, okay, you want leads, I'll give you like lots of quality leads. You see? And that's when
talking about these elements reminds me of two things when you were conversing on those lines. One, the Naukri.com's founder, when he started this idea of bringing job seekers and employers together, it was way back in 85 or 86, where we didn't have that system of community or any other technology which we can bring together the both the sides of the coin, right? So employees always used to advertise in newspapers or referral or multiple other agencies. This is all the dependencies of them. But job seekers, again, they were wandering, they were keep on looking for newspapers. There is no bridge between these two people. So he got an idea, why can't I can bring these people together in one particular community and make us a system and then monetize it better. I'm not be very sure whether he was thinking of monetization, but the moment internet boom started in 91, 92, 93, that's where he got an idea. Okay, let me create a website so that these two people, I can bring them together and make the process very, very easier. That gave the birth of Naukri.com. Number one, as you rightly said, building community. He started with building community unknowingly. Like one way, this job seekers, one way, this employers. Put together, you form a community, and both needs has been satisfied. Now, this is the idea you spoken before 5 minutes, giving my example on how you can solve my pain point that way. So I think a couple of other people who were in this kind of a thought process are making it. And the one point which you said, like researching in Facebook, this also gave birth to, there is one website called Quora, you might be aware. There a lot of people ask questions.
Yes.
Where that also gives a lot of ideas from the customer pain point on what is that they are really looking for. And over a period of time, it became the place for content marketers to create their own content, driving them to the website and all that. And after ChatGPT and other things, it lost its track. So as you rightly said, the core remains the same, like identifying the need, preparation of it, building community remains the same, but it comes with a different label altogether every year on year with a new technology and other things. So I think that's where the technology is moving towards a different direction, but foundation remains the same. I have to ask the right questions. I have to build a community. Okay, and I have to solve the pain point of a customer. These are the basic things. If these things are not set right, it is going towards a disaster. Whatever whatever best product you have in the world, it's going towards the disaster.
True. I think startups must. I think one thing I like what about your example of Naukri is there was already a existing behavior of people publishing newspaper ads for jobs. Correct.
Correct.
So there is an existing behavior already, and
Yes.
there is an existing market. So Naukri did not create a new behavior or a new market. There was an existing market. They
Exactly.
shifted the way of delivery. Got it? So startups, when right nowadays there are hundreds of AI startups. So you need to identify what is an existing thing that is going on right now, and that delta should not be so high that customers will say, "Yeah, tomorrow I will come back to you." Correct. So it must be so easy for them to adapt in a smallest of the nugget of transformation that they can start seeing that results as soon as possible as well. Correct.
So translating to your idea, there is already an existing ecosystem where customers are used to certain behaviors from point 1 to point 2 to point 3. Okay, let's say somebody is buying a product in a market and then paying cash. Now Paytm has come up with an idea. Okay, you do digital payment.
Yes.
Okay, so that was not immediately adopted. That was one of the option altogether. But the moment when we got that money 500 2000 some
Demonetization. Yes.
demonetization, yes, that point in time payment got huge. I mean, Paytm got a huge need where they have solved the entire problem of not having cash in hand.
Yes.
Right. So
absolutely.
I mean, if at all you are playing with the existing ecosystem, then there is a possibility. As you rightly said, the buying behavior is the same, or process remains the same, pattern of buying is same. Then if you're bringing new element technology onto the entire existing ecosystem, that may work better comparing to changing my customer behavior.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yes. And also, I think one more place where people can look for recommendation is for your topic. Go to Amazon. There are a lot of books already published. So you go to that review section and look for why people are not happy. 2 stars, 1 star. They will tell you what they were looking for in that book, because all products are somehow a book somewhere in some form of book. You can find it already. Someone already has spoken about that. So you figure out for that topic like what is it people were expecting, what frustrated them. Also look at also like this the 5 pointers. Like this was very good because of so many things. So you need to like say, hey, I'll bring that part, I'll bring this part, I'll bring this part together, and then I have the complete product together. That's how I would create a product. And that's not because you have created the product out of what people are looking for as a solution. Your product is bound to be successful that way, right? So also when we redid this,
talking about the reviews, I'm reminded of one area which was interesting. Like last year or 2 years before, I saw one kind of a concept where people said that, okay, if you want to create a product, go to your competitor's product and read all the reviews. People will giving all the bad reviews. Read that, make it a better product than that particular product, and make it best. Like best example will be telecom products, where a lot of people could have given a review of this is not working, the speed is not working, in this location it is not working. So it becomes a research for the competitor to make it better on that particular area and come up with a new product and then say, okay, you know what, I'm better than this guy. Okay, so that people shift to that particular product just because one particular functionality is not working. Maybe I think aligning to your thought process, I'm just reminded of certain concept which I read in the past. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Fine. So in terms of let's make it like a checklist for our audience who are in the startup stage or scaling up the startup stage and all that. So what will be your suggestion on what kind of checklist they have to make it so that they avoid this kind of a mistake?
Got it. So step number 1, as I said, is all of us are, when we get this intuition that I must do this product, it is a message, right? All of us are not same. What excites Kumar, what excites me are not same. Correct. So each one of us are unique, and there are certain problems that excite us a lot. Certain things that excite us more than therefore we're not same, correct? So when you find that this is something that really like I connect with, for example, for me this mentoring aspect was very much close to my heart. And when I started off, I had no idea this is going to be in a form of a 10 crore format. We created something completely different called Find My Mentors, and then it graduated and recreated, pivoted into something like this. The idea is that the
Okay.
seed desire was helping founders with quality mentoring. That is a seed desire I already always had. So so
Hmm.
how we develop it, how we are able to get that intuition is by asking yourself, hey, what has been my journey, and I think what would have made my life better, what would have made my life better, and what kind of a ecosystem would have, for in my case, right, I said I wish there was an ecosystem where I could hang out with founders who are hungry to grow. That was my kind of a desire, basic desire.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I didn't know how it is going to happen, but I had that end in mind. So we need to be very clear about what is that end world I want to see for myself, because as entrepreneurs we're all visionaries, correct? We see things much ahead of everyone else around us. Your friends may not agree with you, your family may not agree with you, but something inside you will tell you that this is it, this is exactly what I'm going after. So you must have that complete clarity that what exactly am I going after, what is my end goal. So once you have that clarity, and all of us have that clarity, you just need to listen to it. Okay, you will get that clarity, and it might be things like you watch someone building something good and you get excited, oh, I wish I was doing that, it's something good, I would do it better than him. So these are things that
Hmm.
excite us, right? So you make a point of, okay, all the things that excite me, these are the things that I make a note of. And second is,
Maybe like in your community, like I mean, people have the habit of talking about brainstorming in the office and all that. But
Mhm.
when the moment we come out of the job and then start our solopreneur journey or entrepreneur journey, the possibility of brainstorming becomes rare, because
Yeah,
we involve in our own product development, customer acquisition, where we don't have a community. So as you
yes,
rightly said, when we part of a community, there are possibilities that I get a different point of view for the same concept, which I never ever thought about.
yes, yes,
Okay. So now if you get 10 points, 10 point of views about the same product or services, you got a great job to do, because you are elevating the entire thought process. You are getting the feedback and improvising the product to a very core level where it can be a best product comparing to the other competitors.
correct.
Because
Yeah, so
when you're alone, you are not able to think beyond certain point, and there is
yeah,
nobody to guide. Okay, see, when you look for guidance, it should be above you, but
yeah,
that possibility is itself is not happening when you are a solopreneur. But you
correct.
become a part of a community, you have possibility of talking with multiple entrepreneurs where they give more and more point of views, more and more expertise, so that it builds a lot of product development improvement in your system.
Correct. That's right. So now the number three. So first one was understanding what you want, and second is publishing content. If you don't know what you need to do, just publish content on the topic. Publish content on the topic.
Hmm.
On, or it can be on LinkedIn, it can be on Facebook, wherever. Okay. So in my case, I started publishing interviews. I had no idea what it is going to be about. The end product, I had no idea, but I wanted to just do lives like this. I was doing lives, bringing some new person every week. That was my starting point. So what happens is when you're
Hmm.
producing content, you get clarity about the
Hmm.
end goal. Like, what might be the right approach? You get this new insights. Or how do I do this better? So you get that clarity. It may
Hmm.
you might be in AI space or any other space that you're in. Start producing content. Today we have Chat GPT, which can help you like create content in just 5 seconds, just like that. Put your thoughts about this. What I want to do. What is it that I want to do? You want to copy paste others' content. Put Talk about how would I write it better. Like start
Hmm.
from content point of view, because once you start publishing content, you will what happens is the beautiful part of about what is in content is you start attracting your own tribe of people
True.
who resonate with you. And that is what is it, you remember, like I think, remember there was this remember long time back there was this first person dancing on a hill, remember, I don't know, like first person dancing on the hill, everyone thought he's crazy. And then the second
Hmm.
person comes and dances, and the third person comes, fourth person, it becomes a tribe after that, right?
Hmm.
So we start off like that. So we start off, all of us start by producing content. I think even Instamojo founder, he produced in 2011. He before he created this, he was producing interviews on a blogspot.
Oh, is it? That's the news
Yeah,
for me. Okay.
yeah. So I was also shocked when he said it, and then he understood that by producing content, his core forte is financial education, finance. This thing is coming up, right? This is consistency coming up, and he created a financial product around it.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I think right now in the future, guys, today, the future of every company is community. I keep talking about it 100 times. Community, create the community, tribe, and then you create the product around it. That's a beautiful process, basically.
Fine, fine, fine. Fantastic, fantastic. So let's coming to the closure point of view on this element, like which are all the books would be really helpful for the startups where they can navigate and then see what are the checklists, what are the preparation, what are the market needs. Any idea? Maybe you are reading a lot of books. Maybe you can
Yes,
throw some
yes.
light.
So there is a book called Copywriting Secrets by Jim Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know it's about copywriting. In that book, he talks about the customer's journey. Customer's journey, because copywriting is all about writing what customers want. Correct. So there you're already doing your research about what customers want to hear and how do I write it, how do I bring them through a journey. So you will go through that whole detail. It's a beautiful framework he has created, from before to after. So you need to go through that book. It's called Copywriting Secrets by Jim Edwards. It's available on Amazon, I'm very sure. Beautiful book. Watch it, read it. I think he also is part of this uh, ClickFunnels. He has something called Funnel Secrets, Funnel Scripts.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, you get that Copywriting Secrets as a course itself as part of the program. Either you want to buy that thing or you can also buy the book. It's beautiful. So you go through the whole process of creating a community. And if you would like to do community, definitely read Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Highly recommended. Highly recommended, like super highly recommended. He talks about the same things, right? The same concepts. See, I think the beauty of life is it is all about identifying the patterns that are working today. And if you know something is working, you need to simply copy paste and put that into your business, and it's going to work for you as well. It's basically business is a big jigsaw puzzle of all the things that work together, right? And when you're starting up, you need to assemble these nuggets of, okay, this worked, this worked, this worked. You need to assemble it. Once you have it, then you can scale on top of it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm just getting reminded about that content marketing area which we have talked about. When we say content marketing to the traditional business people who are there for last 30 years, 40 years, it appears like a jargon where they don't even know what is content marketing, what is social media. It is all scary things for them, and it is technology for them. But my understanding towards content marketing is through content you are meeting your client. That is the way we'll have to take it up and translate to the MSMEs and startups who are the traditional business, where we should talk about their pain points, as you said, and what you call giving valuable ideas, framework, guidance to the potential clients, tips, all those things in a very good a framework model, guide model, so that it is useful for your potential clients. And naturally, they start following. But the understanding towards many people is like, okay, I create 4 posters, 4 videos, 4 content, and then publish every month. So that is where the gap in understanding the meeting the online content, online people, online client via content is somehow misjudged or misused or miscommunicated is what I feel. Because
Yeah, yeah,
when we are talking a lot about when we are working with MSMEs, this is a gap we are feeling when we
yeah.
say
So
content marketing online.
see, you know what? I think Kumar, why you are important is, Kumar. What I definitely recommend is you as an entrepreneur, guys. You should never, ever outsource your marketing. So when it
True.
comes to marketing, they say this is Facebook ads, not for me. This creating posters is not for me. Let me put it to someone else. So you can do that, right? Like how terrible job they do. If you outsource work, they'll create some stupid small posters, and it doesn't work that way, right? No more. You were talking about 2018 that may be working then. It doesn't work.
Mm.
So you as a founder, people want to hear the voice behind the brand. So of course, people like Kumar can help you to get that voice and get that content marketing happening in your business. Because once you have that voice running the brand, then you can fast track your own growth. You can go above your competitors. It's magic, right? Creating content is easy right now. LinkedIn, I know Facebook time is over. LinkedIn is giving a lot of reach. So you can through LinkedIn you can publish, because a lot of these founders, influencers are sitting there. Now once this
Correct.
feed, once you're creating a content, this comes up in the feed of LinkedIn. Oh, fine, this guy is an expert. He's talking something sensible. Let me have a meeting with him. Let me close something with him. You see?
You are
So,
creating a brand for yourself by creating visibility content in LinkedIn. That's the major thing which we educate to our audience.
yeah,
So comparing to the other medias, so that way, where you are, regularly posting your content, where you are marketing your content matters a lot. Comparing to, okay, I'm outsourcing every Facebook, Instagram, YouTube that way. So it makes a lot of sense when we are choosing the right platform, when we are aiming at a very big ticket clients.
absolutely, absolutely.
So thank you so much for joining today, and it's a lot of nuances. Again, one more time, like discussion on the very important topic. Reasons for business failure is something ongoing element for every startups and every MSME. Where I think we have started the surface level of it, but there is more to discuss in the coming episodes. So guys who are watching this today, please subscribe to 10 Crore Club YouTube. We are also in LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, all that, and we will be talking more about startup challenges, opportunities, communities, multiple other things, which will be really, really helpful and becomes a guide for everyone. So let's stay together, and you can comment the questions or clarities required below this channel or live video, so we can take it up that elements in the next podcast, and have a lovely rest of the day. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kashyap, for joining.
Thank you.